What's going on, everybody? Average Arcader here, and today I'm going to be taking a look at one of the latest add-ons from Norville Studio, City Fun. Now, City Fun is like a city simulator slash roleplay map kind of mixed into one. You got plenty of things to make your own fun, but then you have some things here that they've put in for you to have fun with as well. So, in these reviews, as you guys know, I like to talk a little bit about the good, a little bit about any negatives that I found, if I found any, and then give you my final recommendations. Now, in City Fun, the big, magnus opus is the city itself. It is huge with all kinds of things for you to see and find. There's an area with a bunch of houses and mansions. There's an airport. There's a huge harbor. There's a bunch of giant boats for you to explore with things in them. There's a bunch of vehicles. And of course, it has a police station, a fire station. I think there's even a hospital, office buildings, all kinds of things. Everything is here. And you can come in and play and claim whatever you want. There's even custom made furniture that you can interact with that you can take and put in different houses or different mansions if you want to and live out of them. So the roleplay section, you're really going to have a lot of fun here because there's plenty to do there with this big, beautiful map. Now, say you're kind of like me and you kind of want things to do instead of just roleplay. Well, they have that covered because they have wonderful vehicles in here that you can race with. Now, the vehicles really pulled me in. I love how they look, I love how they sound, but most importantly, I love how they feel. They feel really good, especially when you're racing. There's a racetrack on this, and when I went through the racetrack, racing against my own time, I really had fun playing with the different vehicles. Because if it's a race car, or even a high-performance car, like a muscle car or something like that, you can definitely hear and feel the difference in the engines. They make really loud, beautiful engine sounds, and they even make skid sounds as you make sharp turns. It's really done well. Even if you go from a first-person view, you can see inside the car, and the steering wheel is actually moving back and forth with the turns that you're making. I thought that was really clever and done really well. Again, vehicles were really good and fun to drive. Even the boats, because there's boat races too, and the boats handle similarly. You have big boats, you have smaller boats, you have racing boats that definitely have a loud racing engine that you can hear, and they handle really well while going back and forth. Racing in this game is fun because getting that right is really important. There's a lot of car add-ons I've played that just simply make this model, put it over something simple, and it doesn't feel right. They'll even give it sounds and it still doesn't feel right because the movement just isn't there. There's no sense of speed. There's no sense of momentum when you're going to turn. It's like the car just stops and then makes this sharp turn out of nowhere. These kind of still feel like they're making that gradual turn that a car would have to make. It's not like the car just stops and then makes this sharp turn. They kind of gave it a little bit of momentum. You definitely feel momentum in the vehicles. I like that. And I also appreciate that probably took somebody a good amount of work to get done. Now, moving on to things that you can do. There are mini games. Remember, we're still in the good. There are mini games like bowling and golf. These were also fun. I had fun doing them, but more so the bowling. There's not too many maps that try to do bowling maps. I don't know why. I think it's a kind of it's a simple design, but I guess it could be hard to pull off. There's a lot going on, I can see. From what I can see, a lot going on. But you can actually legitimately play a game of bowling with this. You'd have to play with friends to make it a little bit easier because you would need people playing because it lets you know what lane did what and what score they got. Someone would have to keep track of that and do the calculations as you go. But you could still everything's here to play a legitimate game of bowling. You can even get gutter balls and everything like that. The gutters do work. Everything works. I like that. I had more fun with the bowling than I did golf, but the golf was still fun and it still worked. If you guys played it, you would again have to have somebody keeping score. You'd have to set your own pars, but other than that, it works. And that's all that really matters. I love these add-ons that are adding functional things into their games. I don't like these things that everything's just for look. Not everything's just for look here, and I really appreciate that. Okay, there are also quests that you can do. I had a little hard time finding them, but thanks to the wonderful support over at the Norville Studios Discord, I was able to find where they were at. That is one of the downsides about a big map, is sometimes it will be hard to find unique things. But thanks to their help, I was able to find them by going to the quick race menu. Now, when I first went to the quick race menu, I didn't think that it was have quests there. So I wasn't looking for quests there. I thought this is just a quick way to get into the races. If you guys didn't feel like going through the map, finding them, you go there. And since it said quick race, I didn't think about looking at the quest there. But that's where they are. The two quests are there. They're a pizza delivery game and a delivery game of delivering packages. You go to the different areas of the map where they're at, hit their icons, and then they'll give you a GPS, which is going to show you where the delivery goes. Those are fun because you can use any vehicle you want. You get in and you go straight to the area, and anywhere on the map it could ask you to deliver these pizzas. Very nicely done, and I did have fun with that one as well. And before I go to the bad, well, there really wasn't any bad, but I do have some critiques. Before I go there though, I must say that it's very clear that someone at Norville Studios is a GTA fan, because the animation when you go to teleport to the quick race menu or to go back to the intro area where many of the furnishings are that you can pick up or some of the vehicles are, this is the animation. Let me show you. Now, when I first saw that, I just had to laugh to myself. I'm like, okay, somebody here is a GTA fan. I'm a big GTA fan. I play GTA 5 all the time, and I have a blast with it. But that is the animation when you're teleporting to a different area or teleporting to a different person that you're controlling in GTA. That's the animation that you do. You get zoomed out of the city in that sequence with that sound, and then you get zoomed back into a different area. I like that they did that. That was fun. Just a little homage to GTA, and I noticed it. Definitely a thumbs up from that one. Now, if I were to do any critiques, now we're into the more negative section. If I were to do any critiques, and there's really not that many, I would definitely put in more quests, and then I would have a separate quick quest menu. So I feel like a lot of people are going to get confused by the quick race menu, because you're going to think it's like many other games that do a quick. If it says quick race, you're thinking race. You're not thinking quest. So unless you go there, which at first I didn't go because I was exploring the city. I was doing the races as I found them as I was exploring the city. So I missed the quest. That's why I had to ask for help, because I never saw them because I never went to the quick race menu. And the tutorial area, like that little startup area, doesn't say anything like that. It doesn't say where the quests are. That's the only quote. That's the only big critique. I would like more quests to do and to have that separate quest menu so that you can go directly there and get right into it. Like, this map is beautiful, but it screams for more single things to do. If you go in with a bunch of people, you're gonna be fine. You guys are gonna make more than enough things to do with what's already there, plus you guys doing like role playing, coming up with games on your own. This place is much good for that. Like, there's so much going on, so much there that a group of friends could have a lot of fun. This was definitely tailored towards a group of people, not just for one person. But there is things for one person to do, but I feel like if you're by yourself, you're going to be missing out on a lot of fun in this map. Definitely recommend that you play with people, until at least maybe they may update it later and add some more quests for single player. But right now, if you really want to get the most out of this map, I would definitely recommend going in with a small group of people. Other than that, there is nothing wrong with this map. It is 100% good, well made, well crafted, and worth the money. I don't remember offhand right now how much it was. I forget. I should have looked, but I didn't. But it definitely wasn't a crazy amount. They weren't asking for a crazy amount of Minecraft coin, and I believe that it's worth the Minecraft coin that they are asking for it. There's plenty to do here, and you can have hours and hours and hours worth of fun with this map by yourself or with friends. But more so with friends. But everything's fun, more fun with friends, I feel. So that's not exactly a negative mark to me, but it is something that you should know about when getting the game. Alright guys, that's going to be it for this one. If you enjoyed or you learned anything or it helped you out at all, make sure to hit that notification button and like, share, and subscribe. Also, if you get a chance, go check out our second channel, The Average Arcader Show, where we go in more detail about a much more broader band of games. Right now, we're covering the Halo franchise, so we've got a video up, and I'm working on a second video of that soon. So if you're a Halo fan, make sure to go check that out. I'll try to leave a link in the description down below to the channel. All right, guys, that's gonna be it. Average Arcader out.